Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got some new mods. Right, first the update. So the first one we got is Big Water Pack by Pycel. And in the changelog it's got 6 new objects, markers improved, and an added option for the disappearance of the markers. We've also got the Concrete Manure Storage by Dideck96. In the changelog for that, it's got capacity increased, so the small one is now 100,000 litres and the large one is now 500,000 litres. Always good to have bigger capacity. And then the next update is the Class Convio Flex Pack by Geft25. In the changelog there, it's got the Convio Flex 1230 added, switchable feed augers and adjusted materials. And the last update for today is for the Umbrian Valley map by Gamer Designs. In the changelog, it's got fixed seeing underwater place behind sawmill, added new animal dealership building, replaced a few models with in-game models, fixed and added 2 fields, lowered sound volumes. So that's your updates for today. So the first mod we got is this one in front of us. This is Small Square Liquid Manure Tank by Michael LS, 2.77 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in a construction menu and then under buildings and silos. So we'll scroll along to find it. Nice small one for you. It's got a decently sized small footprint. There we are. So 10 grand to buy. Place it down. It's got 100,000 litre capacity. And then obviously the load in and take out points are there. Obviously with this pipe at the front as well, some of the slurry sprayers do have the option to move the hose attachment in and out, so you could really get into your immersive gameplay with that. Very nice indeed. Right, next up is the Meridian Storage Yard. This is by Maladine Modding, 1.30 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this in the construction menu, and then under buildings and containers. So we'll scroll back to find it. There we are. 67.5 grand to put down, and this is going to hold 300,000 litres of stuff. But it is a big bot. Like all the other silos in the game, it's a combined 300,000 litres. So if we go into this area here, we can then buy stuff in. So that's only allowing me to buy 200,000 litres of lime. That's because if we come out of that, I've already got 50,000 litres of lime in there, and I've already got 50,000 litres of water, although that doesn't show on this menu. So that's what you're going to need to do. Obviously keep an eye on it, because you can only put a total of 300,000 litres. But that being said, buying your stuff in and then obviously unloading it there into your trailer, implement, seeder, whatever you're using. That's excellent. Right, next up is greenhouses with seed and fertilizer. This is by Happy Mole, 3.78 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find these in the construction menu under productions and then greenhouses. So we've got the options there. So we've got the small one, 2 grand, medium, 4 grand, and then large, 9 grand. Now we come into here like that. Obviously you got your seed pallets there, seed bags, sorry. Go into the production menu. So we're coming up there. So we've got 16 water, 2 seed and 2 fertilizer will give you 25 tomatoes. And obviously the ratios for what you got coming out are all slightly different, but I've also placed down some of the original ones. So if we go with tomatoes, that's 25 out. If we then go down to the small one there, that's 1 for 1 on the water. So you're getting 25 times more, although you are having to put seed and fertilizer and manure, or whichever one you're doing, but you're going to get loads more out. And it's like even on the medium, so it's like 40 tomatoes coming out of the medium if you're using the fertilizer and the seed. And then we go down to the medium one here, 1 for 1 again. So you're going to get way more if you use these. I mean 88 on the large one, and it's just 1 for 1. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I'll pop up a picture from the website now, because at night these lights come on and that just looks like maybe something the government should be taking a look into. Looks like some extra happy growthage on the go there for some special flowers, special plants. You know what I mean. Brilliant. Yeah, we're back. We're back with the small equipment. Oh, another 3 meter. What's going on? Right, this is the Lizard Cultivator 13 tons by Sevi Modding, AM Modding and Langrio Modding. Hope I pronounced that correctly. 8.72 megabyte on the download. You can find this under Cultivators. So this is going to require 80 horsepower from your tractor, ridiculously small 3 meter working width and a 9 mile an hour working speed. Although 3.5 grand, that is rather cheap. 3 meters though. No, can't be getting on with it. Right, next up we've got another small, well, to be fair, I mean, small equipment on this maybe a little bit harsh. Obviously this is the Ropa Kyla 2 by JD7530 Chris, 14.49 megabyte on the download. It has got a 1.5 meter working width, but it is a potato harvester, so yeah, the warning's there because it is only 1.5 meters. We'll carry on. So this is going to require 200 horsepower from your tractor and it runs at 6 mile an hour. It's got a 10,000 litre capacity. We've got usual shenanigans on the go there with wheel brands. Then got work lights, standard, additional work lights or standard. Then you can have beacon lights, option 1, option 2, then back to option 1. Rim colour, you can have yellow, grey or black. That's your options. Now, obviously this is nicely detailed, don't get me wrong. The mods are nice. The only issue I've got with this one, so this is 1.5 meter and it's going to cost you 215 grand to buy. The standard base game one is 1.8 meter and it's going to cost you 215 grand. So why would you go with the smaller one for the same price? That's just my thinking. We'll leave it there. Right, next up we've got the Transpace 8000. This is by Stefan Modine, 4.96 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this on the trailers. So this has got a 31,000 litre capacity. You've got the options there to change your wheels and tyres. 35 grand, nice and cheap, that's your only options. Excellent. Oh, that's alright, that is. Got a grain door at the back, so obviously you've got the option to change that. I mean, that back does look like it may get caught on some low roof buildings, like if you're using the animal barns. Ah, that's alright, that is. Right, next up we got the Joskin Loader. This is by Whiteboard Modding, 3.92 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under low loaders. So it starts off at 8.5 grand to buy. That's without grid. So if we change that up with grid, takes it up to 8.7. Then back to without grid. Obviously those ramps fold down at the back so you can put your tractors or vehicles on very nicely. Change the wheel colour. We'll go with New Holland Blue. Yeah, got some small equipment to move around. It's going to be very nice indeed. Right, next up we've got the Roush Aero 32.1. This is by Creative Mesh, 27.58 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under fertilizer spreaders. So this has got a 3,200 litre capacity, 27 meter working width and an 11 mile an hour working speed. Now I do like that, all that detail and that folding mechanism. That is very nice. No options on it, comes as it is. 83,300 to buy. I mean, 3,200 litres, that is small, so maybe you'll have like a supplementary tank on the front of your tractor. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, next up we got this Seed Horde pack. This is by BC Bueller and Forward Agriculture, 43.42 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under seeders. So you got the Seed Hawk 660 air cart and the Seed Hawk XL toolbar 65 foot. So you got the seed cart 150 grand to buy, and then the toolbar is 225 grand to buy. So if we go into this here. So this has got a 21,800 litre capacity. So the usual shenanigans on the wheels to go with along with that. But the one thing I do like, if we go onto that, hit it with tracks. Look at that. Oh, that's brilliant. Right. We then got system types. You can have tow between or toe behind. And then you've got design, you've got Seed Hawk, or you can have the Vader stat. And you've got fill system, you can have no conveyor, or put conveyor on the side for loading the stuff in. Now, the Seed Hawk XL toolbar 65 foot. That's a long name. So wheel brands, usual things on the go again. And then design, Seed Hawk, Vader stat. And then back to Seed Hawk, and then toe between, toe behind. Excellent. Obviously, this is going to require 450 horsepower from your tractor. So you're going to need something fairly decent to be pulling this. But it does do 19.8 meter working width. That's brilliant. Obviously, for a seeder, you know, you're not going to be able to use this on a small field. You're going to need this for big fields. But 19.8. Very nice. Right, next up is the new Holland 70 series. This is by Smetty, 19.31 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under large tractors. So we've got two options with this. We've got the 70 series Super Steer and then the 70 series. Now, having a look through this, the only difference I can see is what's said on the website. It's got mod supported guidance steering. Now, we don't have this on console, so you may want to go for the cheaper 70 series because that's like, what, 20 grand cheaper? So if we go into that one, usual shenanigans on the go with the wheel brands and the tyres. So you go for whichever one you want. Then got brand, you can have New Holland or Fiat Agri. New Holland and Fiat Agri. And back to New Holland. You got attachers, so you got standard, 1600 kilo front weight, 3-point or standard. You got engine set up, so it starts off with 170 horsepower, 24 mile an hour top speed. That goes up to 190, 210. 240 and then back to 170. We'll change the main colour. We'll go with a white. We'll change the design colour. We'll go with a red. Changes the exhaust cover. We'll go with rim colour. We'll go with black. Looks alright, that does. Obviously the older style tractor. I mean, apparently this is in production from 93 to 2002 according to the website. So if you're going down that road with your role play, this could be very nice indeed for you. Right, next up we got the Case IH Magnum AFS US EU series. This is by Casarius Modding, 32.5 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under large tractors. So it starts off as a standard 374 horsepower, 31 mile an hour top speed, 312 grand to buy. Usual shenanigans on the go with wheel brands and the tyres. Then we've got design, EU or US, so that puts out those indicator stalks. We then got monitor, none, field view, Kinsey KPM3, Kinsey Blue Vantage, and then all, then back to none. So attachers, so you've got a 3-point on the front, 435 kilo front weight, 650 kilo, 980, then back to 3-point. An engine, so 374 standard. Then go for a power shift, then 417 with a CVT, 435 with a power shift, then back to 374. We'll change the main colour, you can have red or black. We'll change the rim colour, it's grey or black. Or black. Right, come out of that. So we'll start it up, give it a bit of a toot. The only option for this one is RB and right stick up and down. Opens up the driver's door. Right, next up we got the MAN TGS 18.500 Kipper. This is by Salty Bar NLD Community, 9.37 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trucks. So this starts off with a 500 horsepower engine, 49 mile an hour top speed, and obviously as it's a tipper, it's got that back on it, so that's going to have a 49,000 litre capacity. 279.5 grand to buy. Got the usual options with the wheel brands and the tyres. Change the main colour, we'll go with a JCB. Changes the cab. Then the design colour, we'll go with JCB again. We'll change the back. Then rim colour, put black rims on it. Excellent. Right, we come out of that. We'll start it up, give it a bit of a toot. Now, if you do LB and open cover, look at that. Oh, I like that. That cover animation's ace. I do like that. That's nice. Right, we'll carry on. Right, and the last mod for the day, this is the Case IH Puma series. This is by Blower, 15.76 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this under medium tractors. So it starts off with a 225 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, 179 grand to buy. Usual shenanigans on the go with the wheel bounce and the tyres. Then we've got GPS receiver, no, yes, and back to no. Attachers, so it starts off with a front weight, 3-point, or back to a front weight. Front loader attacher, no. Quickie, power, then back to no. An engine setup, so 225 to start with, 245, 260, 270, then back to 225. We'll change the main colour, we'll go with a grey. And we'll change the rim colour, we'll go with black. Oh, that looks alright, that does. Right. So we'll start it up, give a bit of a toot. If you do LB and RB together and then left stick left and right, that opens the door. LB and RB together and right stick up and down opens the back window. That's the last mod for the day, so that's it. Done and dusted. Drop it in the comments below which one's your favourite, which one you're thinking of using. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.